Hello, my dear friends. I am Prashant Mamani and I warmly welcome all of you to StudyIQ. I hope you all are doing good. Dear friends, at StudyIQ, we provide pen drive and tablet courses for various different exams. To know more about it, just check out StudyIQ.com. Before moving ahead, I would like to inform all of you that now you can follow me on my Facebook page, which is Prashant T. Mamani. You would be able to download this lecture slide from my Facebook page, and to get in touch with me, this is a very good platform. With this first item that we have is coming from President's office. President was in Gujarat. He attended this 66th convocation of MS University, or Maharaja Sayaji Rao University. Now, I have a very good example to share with you guys when it comes to quality higher education during British Raj. British administration was against, or you can say their policy was not to promote education in our country. They have created many different schools and colleges, but over there you find their own agenda was being taught. But kings like Maharaja Sayaji Rao Gayakwad, they created this sort of universities to promote quality higher education in the region. And one of the most interesting thing about Maharaja Sayaji Rao Gayakwad is his HR, human resource policy. He recruited the best possible talent available at that point of time, and he was not paying any heed to this caste system and all those kinds of things that were going on at that point of time. Of course, these sort of things are visible even today as well, which is very sad. But B.R. Ambedkar was recruited by Gayakwad, and he was in fact provided with scholarship too, so that he can pursue his higher education abroad. So this is a very good example of Indian kings promoting quality education during British Raj. Just in case if you find a question pertaining to this thing about education during British Raj or during colonial era, then this is a very good example. With this, dear friends, President was also present at this 150th anniversary of Aksar Dairy associated with Swaminarayan Sanstha in Gondal, Gujarat. He talked about how this Sanstha has played a very important role in spreading education among weaker sections. He also talked about health services provided by this institution, and he also praised the humanitarian work of Swaminarayan Sanstha. These are the three things that are very important for development of our country as well as welfare of the people living in our society. So this again is a very good example for you guys if you want to argue or if you want to put your point how religious institution or religious institutions can play a sort of you can say a helping hand, how they can help in uplifting weaker section of our society or promoting education as well as providing health services. You have different sanstha's and different institutions like Catholic missionary schools and their hospitals, and there are other religious groups as well who do this sort of charity work for our society. Vice President of India has asked medical researchers to come up with path-breaking advances in the prevention and treatment of cancer. Now, cancer is at present a major public health concern in India, and we can understand it, or we can get you can say a clear picture by going through this fact that it has become one of the 10 leading causes of deaths in our country. Vice President also said that researchers must explore ancient Indian medical systems like Ayurveda for alternative solutions when it comes to cancer. And if we can find some ways of treating cancer patients with the help of this Indian medical systems or Ayurveda, then we can bring down costs, and with this many more, or you can say lakhs of people would benefit out of this new or alternative solution. He also urged doctors and medical students to create awareness regarding personal hygiene and sanitation, and this is when we make sure that our environment is clean and tidy, surrounding area is hygiene, then we are basically creating a sort of firewall. It is firewall against the diseases that are out there, and it is a proactive, you can say, or preventive approach in dealing with diseases. He also talked about this yoga training, and he also asked and urged students to adopt you can say a healthy lifestyle and stay away from all this unhygienic food and unhygienic habits that nowadays which is quite common. When I say unhygienic food, I mean to say eating out here and there. Nowadays that tasty masaledar, all this food is quite available in the market, but this sort of things are not that healthy in terms of our body. So we should try of course this sort of things are quite tempting. I'm not saying that you should never eat this sort of things, but that should be either once a week or once a month, right? With this dear friends, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has very important news for us. Basically, Minister of State Sri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat was in Berlin, Germany on 20th January 2018. He attended this 10th Global Forum for Food and Agriculture. The theme this year was shaping the future of livestock sustainably, responsibly and efficiently. This meeting was attended by 69 agricultural ministers around the world, and heads of 6 international organizations were also present during this meeting in Berlin, Germany. He talked about impressive performance of our country in terms of dairy products. In milk production, we have a couple of days ago we talked about this milk production, and in terms of milk production, we have reached, you can say, we are the largest milk producing country in the world, and in terms of poultry sector and meat as well, we are doing quite well. He talked about initiatives taken by India in the field of disease control and animal welfare. Apart from that, he also had his you can say bilateral sort of meeting with ministers from Germany, Argentina and Uzbekistan. He talked about how how we can fight this climate change, and he also urged all this ministers present, or all people and delegations or delegates present during this meeting. He urged them that it is very important for us to look after our livestock, because they do get severely affected by this changing climate, and we should follow our this differentiated responsibilities that we have pledged under this Paris Agreement. With this, dear friends, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, something that you can associate with this news. Now, Dr. Harshvardhan has emphasized the need to break the mindset of working in silos. What do you understand by working in silos? Working in silos basically means you are working on your own rather than working as a team. Different departments in our country, different ministries are working in silos, and in this way the results that we will achieve, they won't be holistic, right? They would be here and there bits and pieces. This sort of results are not going to produce any sort of fruits or results. So we have to work collectively, and as much as technology, you can say, the more technology you can deploy in fighting this climate change, the better it is. With this, we would be able to keep an eye on the things that are going on or work in progress. Very important thing he has talked about here is about scientific social responsibility. We have talked about corporate social responsibility in this way. All those people associated with science, right? It is their responsibility as well to create all those sort of technologies and all those sort of inventions that will, at the end of the day, benefit the people of our country. Even the common man should be able to enjoy all the technologies that are out there. This should be a sort of motto for all scientific people, right? So this is something what we call scientific social responsibility. With this, dear friends, International Dam Safety Conference is going to take place tomorrow in our country, right? It is going to take place in Kerala, and during this meeting, talks regarding how we can ensure the safety of our dams and things like that, ensuring their structural safety and operational efficiency, and this sort of things will be discussed. This program was launched by India in year 2012 with a financial outlay of 2100 crore rupees. World Bank is aiding this project, and one of the main aim is to rehabilitate these old dams and replace them with the newer ones that can tackle this they can handle excess water and things like that. With this, dear friends, there is one more thing called Dharma. Dharma stands for Dam Health and Rehabilitation Monitoring Application. As from the name itself, from this full form, you can understand this is a sort of software program or a sort of technological thing, and one of the main job of this Dharma is to provide data regarding all the dams and data associated with this dam on a digital platform. So very important item here, so please pay attention to this one. And then you have one more thing called DRIP. DRIP stands for Dam Safety Rehabilitation and Improvement Project. With this, dear friends, a very small item, I just want to highlight this thing for you guys here, that is National Handicapped Finance and Development Corporation, known for it is associated with this Divyangs, and this Minister Gehlot, Sri Gehlot, urged better coordination with NHFDC and channelizing agencies for smooth and better implementation of NHFDC schemes for the benefit of large number of persons with disabilities or Divyangjans. With this, dear friends, Ministry of Finance has talked about this very good news, you can say, coming from Ministry of Finance. It is about first investment that took place today under this National Investment and Infrastructure Fund. Now, from the name itself, you can understand it is about creating infrastructure. Now, remember when Abu Dhabi's Crown Prince was here in India at that point of time, we discussed all these things, or it was in news as well, that it is well known that this countries, they are quite rich, they have huge amount of money with them, and at present the things that are going on around the world, the world economy is not doing that good, but India is still performing at a very good rate. So India is a bright spot when you want to invest your money. So India is thirsty for investment, and these countries who are having huge amount of money, they are looking for a good market in which they can invest and earn higher returns. So this is a sort of win-win situation for both of us. We need infrastructure for developing our ports. We want to develop river ports and transportation and freight corridors and the special economic zones and many other things, and this money can be provided, or finance can be provided, by this Abu Dhabi International Investment Authority, ADIA. And we are also in talk with UK government for creating this India UK Green Growth Equity Fund, GGEF, and this sort of investments will help in development of infrastructure of our country. So this, as I told you, win-win situation. So this is a good news that the first you can say this investment took place today. With this, dear friends, our secretary, right, Sri Subhash Chandra Garg, who is Secretary of Department of Economic Affairs, DEA, Ministry of Finance, said that NIIF, set up to function as a major platform in India for attracting foreign investments, had made good progress. We are pleased to learn of NIIF's first investment to create an investment platform in ports and logistics sector following its first close in December 2017. On the fundraising side, and now with its first investment, NIIF is making visible progress. So this is a very good news for a development story of our country. With this, dear friends, the Ministry of Defense has a very good news for us again, and INSV Tarini. We have talked about this INSV Tarini. It is about circumnavigating the whole globe, and this is for the first time ever in India that all woman crew are on this INSV Tarini. The captain of this mission is Lieutenant Commander Vartika Joshi, and this is their route, right? Navika Sagar Parikrama, this is the name of the program, and they started their journey from Goa, and couple of days ago it was in news that they passed this Drake Passage as well. This Drake Passage, let me show you where exactly Drake Passage is. This one is Drake Passage, and here you can see South America, here you can see Antarctica Peninsula. So now you can figure out that we are talking about this portion here. So they passed this Drake Passage, and it is very difficult to pass through this Drake Passage because here it is difficult in terms of navigation, and when you are on a sailing boat then it becomes a bit more challenging. But luckily our girls, they have made it, they have passed this you can say turbulent phase. And here there is one more important item called Cape Horn. Now they are here in Falkland Islands, so it is in news because of this reason. And I have some questions for you as well pertaining to this thing. Basically these are your answers, Kanishk and Mathura, and the person in the picture was Kenneth Juster. He is ambassador of USA to India. Regarding Falkland Island, I have a question that Falkland Island belongs to Argentina. Whether this is true or false, you have to justify it. Provide the capital of Argentina and Uzbekistan. You know, it was in news today. And name a dam that is in Kerala but is owned by Tamil Nadu. This dam is a matter of conflict between the state of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. It has been in news for a very long period of time, so you have to give me the name of that dam. With this difference, I end this discussion here. Make sure you check out our StudyIQ.com website to know more about our pen drive and tablet courses. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. As I told you at the starting of this lecture that you can follow me on my Facebook page, which is Prashanti Mavani. I will share this file. I will provide a link on my Facebook page, and you will be able to download this file from our Telegram channel as well. Do not forget to give us your like. It helps us quite a lot. It motivates us. So make sure you give your positive like to the video if you have truly learned something out of it. I would be eagerly waiting for your answers, and I wish all the best for your preparation. Enjoy your studies. Jai Hind.